Howdy y'all. Hey, I wanted to take a couple of minutes to go over some of the gear I use for prairie dogging. Now, these are 3 sticks that are, I think about 6.5 foot long, 1x2s, and then I got them tied together at one end so that it makes a teepee. And this is a 10x10 camo net. And then I just got, kind of some cords put together to make a shoulder strap out of it. That makes a nice little shade, and it also kind of looks like a bit of a tree, kind of a Christmas tree teepee or something around me to help shade me from or shield me from the prairie dogs. Conceal me, I should say. Let me open the bag and I'll show you what I got in there. Now this is probably one of the most important pieces of the puzzle, and that is a bog death grip tripod. And it's got extendable legs. I can pull it up to like 6 feet tall, but generally I just bring it up to, I don't know, maybe 36 inches high. And the reason for that is I usually like to sit in a chair. And I try to put a little bit of camouflage on some of this metal to help kind of dampen it down so it doesn't shine quite so bad. And then the rifle I'm using is a Ruger RPR, Ruger Precision Rifle. This is kind of like a little vice clamp or something, and it holds this pretty well. I'll show you this rifle in a little bit more detail. Now this rifle is chambered in Hornady Magnum rifle, HMR. It's 17 caliber, bolt action. It's got one of those accu trigger kind of things on it, and then an adjustable buttstock that'll get you hooked up close to your scope, get you a good cheek weld. And then on this scope is a Tacticam, and that's a little camera that looks through the scope by way of a periscope or something, I guess. And anyway, if you get it adjusted just right, that's the trick, is interfacing it with your phone. But on top of this is a 5x25 Vortex Viper scope with a sunshade on it, and it is a beast, let me tell you. Also, this rifle is kind of free floated. The handguard doesn't touch the barrel at all. It's also suppressor ready, so you can screw that off and then put your suppressor on. Although, 17 HMR's got a pretty loud report. It wouldn't totally dampen it down, but it could do a little bit towards, dampen it. And then also I have a level that I put up on top of this. Let's see. Yeah, there it is, somewhere in that neighborhood. And I try to get that level between those two lines when I'm shooting. And then it's got a adjustment for your parallax, or I guess that's just kind of your focus, basically, from I don't know how many yards to, I think 200 yards or 300 yards, something like that. 500 to infinity, I guess, and then down to, I don't know, 25 yards. And anyway, you can use that to focus your prairie dog pretty good. The turrets have real nice positive clicks, and it tracks real well, so good scope. Anyway, I'll show you what else is in the bag over here. Now, I also keep a tripod. Let's see if this one's a Targus. And this is for the camera that I use to zoom in on those prairie dogs. And the camera that I use, I keep in this little backpack. It's a Nikon P900. And it's got a really long range zoom on it. It'll zoom right in on the whiskers on those prairie dogs, you know, out at 100 yards pretty much. So it can get some pretty good footage. And it's got like a little, I don't know, 3-inch by 2-inch screen on the back. Of course, out in the sun, it's pretty hard to see that. That's one of the problems I have about filming. Let's see, also in this bag, a range finder. I think I got this off of Amazon. I got a cover on it right now, so I can't see exactly what the name of it is, but it wasn't real expensive, maybe $100. And I also have a real small pair of binoculars. And then I have a larger pair of binoculars. It's really mostly what I use, but if I was getting into a weight constraint situation, I would leave these at home and probably just take those smaller ones. But then I got like a little snack bag, a little candy bar, some nuts and stuff, and then I also bring some extra chips, one for the Nikon P900, and then a small chip for a micro chip for just a general wide angle view camera that I use sometimes just to show my setup while I'm shooting the prairie dogs, just in case I forget something, which I have been known to do. In this larger bag here, I also try and charge up a Camelback, so I always have some nice cool water, because I try and generally stay in the shade, but if I get out and have to use my TP to make my shade, I always like to have plenty of water, because man, out here on the western slope, that sun is like a laser beam. And then in the morning, I get started early in the morning, I got a little sweatshirt just to kind of help keep me warm or whatever, or if the wind comes up. And then of course I got this bag here. It's got some extra storage here. Got some targets, prairie dog targets. And then it's got 4 ammo containers, so I keep a variety of ammo in here, some lead free if I'm shooting on a property where I'm required to not use lead bullets. And this is made by Hornady. Winchester and Hornady make this lead-free, 15.5 grain. And then I think also I have some, I want to say 17 grain. Let me see. Yeah, HMR, well 20 grain. Hard, heavy hitting stuff. It flies nice and straight. It's jacketed hollow points. So that really works well on those prairie dogs. And this other stuff does too. I've actually got 2 doubles where it's gone through one prairie dog and hit the other prairie dog behind it and killed both of them. And that's the 15.5 grain lead free. So it definitely can get the job done, let me tell you. also try to be fairly stealthy. So I'll have some gloves, camo gloves, so I like to totally just kind of blend in. So if I need to, I can get right out in the middle of these prairie dog towns and just kind of look like a bush or a tree. So I'll even have this gator. I can bring it up, and once I put these gloves on, I almost disappear completely to those prairie dogs. It just looks like some kind of a tree or bush or something. Especially if I get this little teepee of camo netting put around me. So anyway, that's pretty much the gear. If you can think of anything that I might benefit from or whatever, be sure and leave it in the comment down below, and I'll be sure to check it out, because every advantage I can get on these prairie dogs is a helpful thing. I think we got him. I'll tell you, at that distance,